Hello, everyone. Ben Briggs here for PPC Better, your Nashville-based digital marketing and AI sales agency. And today we are going to talk about speed to lead. So, if you're a lead generation advertiser, if you're spending $10 to $100,000 per month on Google ads and meta ads to generate leads that your sales team then follows up with, you should pay attention to this presentation because you probably don't have sub 5 minute speed to lead. So what does that mean? So speed to lead, the difference in time between the when the person hits the submit button on your website and the first time that you do outreach to that customer. Um, Whether that is a phone call, SMS, email. What's important and most important if you're doing outbound voice is getting to that customer as quickly as humanly possible, because studies show that your contact rate, the number of leads that you paid for, that you spent all that money on those Google ads and those meta ads to get, studies show that contact rate drops off dramatically after the first 5 minutes. Um, in addition to that, your probability of qualifying a lead drops off dramatically if you don't get to them in the first 5 minutes. And if you're not getting qualified leads, you're not going to get demos, you're not going to get customers. So let's take a look at some. There's a lot more evidence than this. This is just a couple of the most authoritative studies that I could find. So this is the evidence that sub 5 minute speed to lead is really, really good. So the studies show that the decay in lead to contact rate is not linear. It's not a line. It's a deep parabola. So it's very front loaded after the 5 minute mark. And here's the key evidence from an MIT study. So the key finding: the odds of contacting a lead if called within 5 minutes versus 30 minutes. So this is comparing if you get to the lead in less than 5 minutes or if you get to them, say, 31 minutes later. Then it drops off by 100 times. So your probability of getting in touch with them drops by 100 times, according to this MIT study based on millions of leads and contacts. So you can see in the first 5 minutes, your contact rate should be about 80%. A lot of times I've seen 80% contact rates, especially with sub 3 minute speed to lead. We'll often get 80%. With sub 5 minute, most of the time we'll get at least 60, sometimes a little bit better. But then it drops off to less than 20% in 5 to 10 minutes, and then down to about 1% on the 31st minute. And then you can follow up with them the next day, 2 hours later. It doesn't really matter. Your contact rate is not going to go up. So this is a link to the MIT study. We'll go ahead and open that up. Just take a quick look at it. So it's going to be kind of hard to read, but we'll blow it up a little bit. And here, there's some other findings about time of day, and really the time of day. Their conclusion, and as far as time of day and day of week, there's something of a pattern to day to week in B2B lead gen, but it's way, way, way less important when you call, which day you call on, than calling quickly. Calling quickly is huge. So the odds of calling a contact, the odds of calling a contact decrease, the odds of calling to qualify a lead decrease. And this is the response time from creation. So 5 minute initial dial. So if you contact the lead within 5 minutes instead of within 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, then you will increase your contact rate by 100x. So it is absolutely critical. If you believe MIT, if you think that MIT is good at math, then you would accept the results of this study and say, yeah, it's really, really important. So MIT this one's a little bit older. This is a 2007 study. So InsideSales.com, this one's a little bit newer. There was an update in 2021. It analyzed literally millions of sales interactions, over 55 million on 5.7 million, 55 million activities on 5.7 million leads. So this is Each lead is getting 10 activities in this study. These are good inside salespeople. So conversion rates are 8x higher within the first 5 minutes versus 5+ minutes. Yeah, so that's there it is. You get 8 times more conversions if you contact the lead within the first 5 minutes instead of 5+ minutes. But they also found that many leads go uncontacted for up to a week, days, weeks. They don't get contacted. And there's an infographic on this page from InsideSales.com. This shows the first call response time. That shows the 8x drop right there. But then this shows the volume of first time call attempts, 0 to 5 minutes, 0.1%. So pretty much the vast majority of advertisers are trying to call after a couple hours or trying to call the next day. They're making more calls day after day, but their contact rate is staying very, very low, as you can see over here. That it doesn't. You can call a bunch of times. You're never going to get back that momentum that you lost by not getting the customer at their moment of opportunity. So this is a Salesforce study. So this was Velocify, which is apparently now a big mortgage company. So if you are in real estate or mortgage or anything like that, then this is absolutely 100% relevant to you. But really, it works with everything. In my experience, which we'll talk about in a minute, with auto loans, with car shopping, customers showed the exact same thing. There was no difference. So 391. If you can call within 1 minute, then this study says that you'll get 391% more customers per lead. If you wait 2 minutes, you still get a big benefit, 160% benefit, 100% at 3, and then it drops off to 62. So you've lost a huge amount of conversions. You're down to 62% versus 391 at the 30-minute mark, and then it just continues to degrade. So that's what they found. Large scale analysis, again, millions of leads. Leads called within 1 minute had 391% conversion. Yeah. So you get to them fast. You got to get to them really fast. You got to get to them while they're sitting there at your computer and they are interested in what you're selling. That's why they're filling out the form. So if you get back to them with snappiness, then you're going to get a lot more sales. And this totally aligns with my personal experience. I've been doing digital marketing for over 20 years at this point. I spent several years at a company called Cloud One that owns the Credit Yes brand. And my role there was to manage the Google and Meta Ads campaigns and then also some other traffic sources. And on hundreds of thousands of our leads, our results were exactly the same. When we carefully measured speed to lead, we recorded every single lead that came in and every single timestamp of the first phone call that went outbound from our customer service center. And when we had issues, when we had staffing issues or whatever, and our speed to lead went up, our conversion rate went down every single time. So how much money does this work out to you, though? So we're talking about big increases in conversion. I mean, you can assume that there's going to be big increases in return for the advertiser. But let's actually sketch it out a little bit. So how much cash do you get if I'm correct? So right now, your speed to lead is probably more than 30 minutes. Your average speed to lead is probably more than 30 minutes. Unless you've done a ton of work on it. But if you're not measuring it, then you should start measuring it. Put a system in place to track the timestamp of when you got the lead and track the timestamp of when the first time a member of your sales team tries to contact the person. Put that in place, measure it. If it's less than 5 minutes, then you're golden. There's not really much I can do to help you. But if it's 30 minutes, if it's 2 hours, if it's 25 hours, then I could definitely help you. So if your current average speed to lead is between 5 and 30 minutes, so between 5 and 30, so you're doing pretty good. You're getting to them within like a half an hour most of the time. You're still, maybe it's 17 minutes. On average, you're getting to them in about 17 minutes, and you're getting 1,000 leads per month, and the MIT Well, actually, we're going to make that 1,500. I changed that. So it's 1,500 leads a month is what we're going to use. And MIT is good in math. So if all of this is true, if your current average speed to lead is between 5 and 30 minutes, and you get about 1,500 leads per month, and MIT is good at math, then when you reduce your average speed to lead to less than 5 minutes, you'll triple your ROI at least. So for estimation, we'll assume that your average speed to lead is more than 5, but less than 30 minutes. Again, we're using the 1,500 number. I changed that, but not everywhere because I'm awesome at this. So in the test condition, we'll compress the speed to lead to 3 minutes. So if the current lead to opportunity rate is 15%, which is I'm usually seeing about 10 to 15% when we've got a 5 to 30 minute average speed to lead. That's pretty common, about 15% contact rate, opportunity rate. And opportunity is basically a contact who says, yes, I'm interested in whatever the service is. So a sub 5 minute speed to lead would increase it to at least 60%, maybe a little bit higher, but we'll just go with 60%. So that gives you a 4x increase in opportunities, demos, customers. Now we're going to assume some delay here too, because there are some customers who weren't actually interested in buying. They were just kind of casually interested. And now we are going to contact a lot of those, even though they're a little bit lower motivation. So we're going to bake in a little bit of degradation in our opportunity to demo and our demo to close. So if the current lead to opportunity rate's 15%, we reduce it to sub 5 minutes, we get the 60% again, 4x increase. So the conservative estimate in the current condition where speed to lead is about 30 minutes, you've got a 15% lead to opportunity rate, which is a little, it could be generous, but you're probably in that ballpark. Opportunity to demo rate 40%, demo to close rate 50%. That's going to give you 30 closed ones. So one customer per day on your 1,500 leads per month. In the test condition, the lead to opportunity rate is 60% because we're contacting them within 3 minutes. Demo to opportunity 35. So it drops by 5%. We get some opportunities that don't really want to demo. We get some people who took the demo who don't really want to close. But even with those concessions, the closed one customers triples. So from 30, a little bit more than triple, from 30 to 94. So a 215% increase. So if a business had an $8,000 customer lifetime value, generated 1,500 leads per month, paid $66 per lead, it would generate a massive $774,000 increase in sales per month, every single month, by having a sub 5 minute speed to lead compared to a 30-minute speed to lead. So we'll run the numbers just a little bit more. Let's say the condition is under your current condition, you're spending $100,000 all in on ads, and you're getting 1,500 leads, and then you're getting 45 customers. So you're getting a pretty good, you're getting a 3.6x return. Most businesses can survive on that. So 5 to 30 minute speed to lead is going to give you about $360,000 in revenue out the back end with these assumptions. And you can just take these assumptions and plug in whatever your customer lifetime value is, however many leads per month you get, whatever your cost per lead is. You can plug those numbers in and come up with what this would look like for you. But if you were an advertiser spending $100,000, you're currently getting, say, 3.6x. So that puts you there. Now, let's say that now you're going to add $30,000 a month. Now, what $30,000 a month can do for you is it can give you about like a 7-day-a-week, 16-hour-a-day call center, plus those agents will be working within CRM, a customer relationship management software. As part of your automation retainer, you're going to want to demand automated text messages, automated emails, and very streamlined workflows so your agents can easily capture all the data. So let's say that you went ahead and did that. You decided, like, my in-house team, it would be incredibly expensive for me to hire enough people to be able to get to sub 5 minute speed to lead. So I'm just going to outsource it. I'm going to spend $30,000 a month on automation and call center agents to get sub 5 minute speed to lead not every single time, or maybe you could do 24/7 at this price. But this is going to be in the ballpark. So let's say you've got like a 16 hours a day, 7 days a week call center on top of fully automated SMS and email. You're getting the 1,500 leads. You get 142 closed won instead of 45. And at your $8,000 customer lifetime value, that is going to give you 1,134,000 in revenue instead of 360,000. And your ads didn't get any better. Your website didn't get any better. You're converting at the exact same rate from clicks to leads. You're converting at your Facebook ads. This is on static Facebook. This is on static ad performance. Now, if you can add some ad performance by partnering with PPC Better, I think you probably should. But you don't even have to. What you need to do is get your speed to lead down under 5 minutes, and then you are going to print money with your Google and Meta advertising campaigns. So that's what I've got. Those are the studies. That's our opinion. We think that sub 5 minute speed to lead is super important here at PPC Better, and we highly recommend that if you don't have a sub 5 minute speed to lead right now, and you're spending $10,000 to $100,000 per month on Google Ads, that you reach out to us, get in touch, and we'll help you figure it out. We'll make it affordable and we'll make it profitable for you, and it will be great. Um, yeah, absolutely. So thanks a lot, everybody, for watching this quick video on speed to lead. And if you've got any questions, the best way to get at us is on our website, ppcbetter.com. Just go to ppcbetter.com, schedule a strategy session if you're interested in becoming a client, or there's a contact form there too if you just have a general question. So thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.